Lunchtime in high school should be about more than just eating sloppy joes and hanging with friends. That's what Virginia Beach school leaders think. The district is trying to expand on lunch as an opportunity for extra activities or to get help with tutoring. Robert Boyd has the story.
Well, I'm in the Salem High School cafeteria. Currently, they have 4 lunch periods here each day. But they say by cutting that back to just one long extended lunch period, they'll give their students a chance to really broaden their horizons.
This is the first time I've ever seen an initiative introduced during the school year where teachers and students were both fully on board with it and fully supportive of it.
This past April, Salem High School was one of several Virginia Beach high schools to experiment with a new concept called One Lunch.
Really what we're trying to do is maximize the opportunities during the school day while students are in the building to meet all of their needs, and One Lunch is one way to provide that for us.
One lunch lasts 50 minutes as opposed to 30. And during that time, students have the freedom to scatter throughout the building. No one is confined to the cafeteria.
Tutoring, makeup work, socialization, get involved in the clubs and do some other extracurricular activities that they can't always do at the end of the day.
Green Run senior Alex Rose says it's nice not having to choose between an after-school job and a social club. You can do both.
A lot of the chorus has been doing their rehearsals during One Lunch, which I feel like a lot of them have said that it's wonderful because they don't have to come in after school and do it.
She also said it's convenient to know that teachers are almost always available to provide extra help.
It's just easy to find them because you never know where a teacher is when we had our old lunch schedule.
First Colonial senior Sharon Bass said he likes that students get to make their own decisions on how to spend their time.
With that extra 50 minutes, no teacher on your back, nobody having to, tell you to do this, tell you to do that. You get that choice to basically say, well, I'm going to do my work at this time or I'm going to do my work at that time.
Right now, the Virginia Beach Public Schools Administration is looking at different ways to implement this one lunch period, and it could take effect as early as the next school year. In Virginia Beach, Robert Boyd, 13 News Now.